I think the girls with their nails done now.
Hi everyone, Ben from Rivervale here today with the refreshed Kia EV6. I'm back with a car that I loved back in 2021 when it first launched. I was working with a Kia dealer to launch this car. Now stepping into a new chapter, this was the first car to bear the all-new Kia branding. What we have here today is the GT Line S model. I've been looking forward to seeing what's new, what has improved, and how this car stacks up against the rest of the electric market, including things like the Tesla Model 3, Mustang Mach-E, and the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Let's take a proper look around and talk about the tech, the range, and the driving experience, and whether this updated version still deserves the strong reputation it earned when it first launched.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
So they haven't changed the exterior look and feel of this car drastically at all. I mean, we still got the same kind of wing mirrors, we still got the nice sharp angular lines, but it has been tidied up a little. We still got that really nice coupe-esque rear end. It's got a nice, really wide stance. It's quite imposing on the roads, and we've got this nice, sharper, tidier front end. And I like what they've done with the new LED daytime running lights and that new headlight configuration. We've got some new wheel choices as well, but overall, the exterior profile of the car does look very similar to the original. So on the GT Line S spec that we've got here today, we've got the 20-inch alloy wheels. We've got full surround parking distance control sensors integrated into the front and rear bumpers. We also have the 360-degree camera system, which is great, making parking and maneuvering at low speeds much easier. We've also got the auto pop-out door handles, which gives it a nice seamless flush look, but also is nice and convenient for when you're actually trying to get into the vehicle, because the handles have already popped out for ease of access. So here at the rear, we've got the boot, which is electric, and you can do that straight off of your remote as well for ease of access. It's a large boot space here, which is 490 litres. Now, it is slightly smaller on the all-wheel drive models, and you do have the false floor under here to keep things like your charging cables, etc. stashed away nice and neatly. You do get this tonneau cover, but it is a little awkward if you do it at an angle, but great for concealing everything that's within your boot. You can drop the seats down both independently there. It's a 60-40 split, which does make loading much easier. Plus you've got a pass-through tunnel as well. So I don't know, if you're into skiing or something like that, you can put them straight through. And there's our little camera for reversing, which actually is really high definition. One of the coolest features of the EV6 is the vehicle to load. Now, when you're out and about, you can plug in an adapter straight into the charging port, and then you can power things like camping equipment, kettles, maybe even a laptop. And you've then got a whopping great power bank. How cool is that? Running costs are pretty low if you charge at home, and Kia's 7-year or 100,000 mile warranty is one of the strongest in the industry. Servicing schedules for EVs are pretty simple and straightforward, and the EV6 has built a real solid reputation for its reliability. Inside is where you see the biggest change in personality. The original EV6 already felt ahead of its time and looked really cool, but the refreshed version has tightened everything up. So inside you get two 12.3-inch screens joined in one sweeping curved panel. It looks really clean, modern, and the resolution is very sharp indeed. The materials are strong, especially in the front, softer to touch where you'd expect them, like on the door panels, door trims, and around the front here. But overall, the entire car feels very premium. The seat comfort is great. There's plenty of adjustment, and the driving position feels spot on. The GTS line adds heated and ventilated front seats, and one of my favorite things is the panoramic sunroof that does actually open, and that lovely Meridian audio sound system sounds fantastic. The infotainment system is pretty simple to use, and most of the menus do make sense, apart from if you go into the additional settings. And having things like the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration just works really smoothly, and you even get the turn-by-turn navigation on screen. We still have things like the fingerprint reader here, which is a nice little touch. It loads your driver profile and gets the car ready without messing about with menus. And you still get things like the remote start parking assist, so you can move the car forward and backwards from the key when you're in a tight parking spot. Now, space up front is pretty generous and there's loads of legroom, and the floating center console here just gives you that extra storage underneath, which is great, and it's really, really deep. So this massive curved dual sweeping screen looks really, really cool, and it's extremely responsive, unlike some of the other cars I have been in. I do love this ultra gloss finish on here, which is super sharp, but the most annoying things is it does show every fingerprint. But you know, I can live with that, having to give it a little buff up every day. The multifunction steering wheel here as well has got everything you could possibly need at your fingertips. And also we've got the typical Kia paddle shifters here to sort out the regenerative braking. This car also has the i-pedal drive, so you can just use one pedal driving when you're out and about. All the buttons here in the center console all do make sense. Plus we've got this climate control. I guess this is actually like a screen rather than actually being buttons, which is kind of cool, and just means that you can get to all your climate control functions without having to interact with the full infotainment system on board. In the back, we need to move to the back. There's lots of legroom. Again, because this is the GT Line S spec, we do have the heated rear seats. We've also got Isofix on both of the outside edge seats. Plus we have the center armrest with dual cup holders. So you've got this nice little pass through here. Like I said earlier, for the long load, you might want to pass right through the full length of the car. There are no controls to adjust the climate in the rear, but we do have the two USB-C charging ports in the sides of the two front seats. We also have a 3-pin household socket, so you can charge things like laptops and electric cool boxes and things like that on the go as well. One thing we didn't mention when up front was the ambient lighting that surrounds the car, which does look really super cool at night. You can't really see it right now, but there is a set to a nice little blue, and that detailing does continue here in the rear as well. So it does feel nice and cozy and snug.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
So out on the road, you feel like you're in something really sporty, but it's also extremely comfortable. I will say that it corners exceptionally well. The suspension's been set up beautifully. What you'll find is that you can ride the bumps really nicely and you can go around the bends. It's got a nice little pickup with that acceleration as well. It's not one of the fastest 0 to 60s, but it certainly does allow you to put your boot down a little bit when you're sort of pulling out onto the dual carriageway or want to get past something. It's great because you've got the side cameras when you indicate to turn across the lanes or go around a corner. It does bring that up so you can see your blind spot, which is great. Plus you've got on your head-up display little blind spot indicator to warn you of any hazards. If you do look over your shoulder, because that rear quarter panel and that coupe-esque line of the vehicle, there is slight restriction in vision behind. And these bead pillars, when you are pulling out of a junction, because of the rake of the windscreen here and the chunkiness of this pillar, it is a little bit restrictive. So you do just need to sort of tilt your head round and double check either side of that bead pillar. Make sure you're not going to run over a pedestrian or a cyclist that might be coming up the road. So we've got multiple drive modes with this. We've got normal, sport, my drive, which gives you the option to personalize the entire setup of the vehicle and how you want the steering and throttle response to be. We've got snow mode as well, and then we've got eco and back into normal. So they all can adjust the dynamics and feel and setup of the car, plus they can also sync with the interior lighting here in the car. It's a shame we're not seeing the benefit of it because it's too bright out at the moment. In the cabin, it is relatively silent. There is a tiny little bit of wind noise coming through this window. It's not quite as quiet as, say, a Tesla Model 3 would be with its double glazing, but overall you don't hear much noise through the tyres, no real road noise. There's no no rattles, no nothing. It's a pleasurable car to be in. I'm liking all the tech that's on the car as well. It's not too overcomplicated like some cars can be. The buttons on the steering wheel, they all seem fairly logical and straightforward, which is great. And it means that you can easily access your cruise control, set your distance, turn things on like your lane keeping assist, and also switch between your favorite tracks as well.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
Let's talk numbers. The refresh lineup includes the Air, GT Line and GT Line S. And in the UK, you get 3 power options. You get the rear wheel drive with standard range, which you've got the rear wheel drive long range and the all-wheel drive dual motor. The bigger battery is the sweet spot. It gives solid real world performance and keeps the range competitive. You are looking at roughly 260 to 360 miles depending on spec, conditions and how you drive. On a high power charger, you can get from 10 to 80% in around 18 minutes. Here's a quick breakdown of the range. So with the entry level, you get the Air, which comes with 19-inch alloy wheels, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, dual 12.3-inch screens, rear wheel drive only and LED lights all round. This is a great value pick. Then you move up to the GT line, which has sportier styling. You get the privacy glass at the rear. You get things like the adaptive headlights, the artificial leather seats, the electric driver's seats. And this is probably the best value overall and is the go-to for most. And then you've got this one here, which is the GT Line S, which gives you things like the 20-inch alloys. You get a panoramic sunroof. You get things like the heated rear seats as well, ventilated front seats. You get the Meridian sound system, which just gives you that slightly crisper sound. Plus you get the vehicle to load feature, which is great. And this is the most premium option and gives everything that you could possibly want for an everyday car. Just want to say a real quick thank you to the Brighton and Hove Albion Football Club for allowing us here at the American Express Stadium here today to film the Kia EV6. Thanks again. So, should you still consider the refreshed Kia EV6? Absolutely. It still feels like one of the coolest electric cars on sale today. It has a strong range, brilliant charging speeds, a premium interior, and is great to drive. If you want an electric car that brings style, performance, and everyday usability together in one package, the EV6 remains one of the top picks. If you want to know more, compare the trims, or run lease quotes, the team here at Rivervale can help you. Visit our website at rivervale.co.uk or give us a call and we'll guide you through the best possible options for you. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more video content like this one.